Hi everyone, my name is Elisa, and for my thesis statement for the vote, when technology replaces genuine human connection and parental responsibilities, convenience consumes love, and the tools we create can destroy us. When the machine stops, a society that treats independence and real presence for comfort will fall apart spiritually and physically, proving convenience is no substitute for a real human experience. For quotes in the vote, Lydia said, "The house is wife and mother now, and nursemaid cannot compete with an African phone." This shows how nursery replaced the parents entirely. Once technology takes over that role, the parents become unnecessary. In The Machine Stops, Kuno says, "We created the machine to do our will, but we cannot make it to do our will now. It has robbed us from the sense of space and of the sense of touch. It has blurred every human relation. We built this system to serve us, but we lost control and they started to defining us." Why is these stories were selected? These stories were chosen because they predicted a world. The vote shows how parents use technology as babysitter, and children are more attracted to screens than people. The Machine Stops shows society living in isolated bubbles, communicating through screens, and losing the ability to connect in person. That's basically our world right now. Going forward, these stories act as warnings. Every time I scroll instead of being present or text instead of talking, I'm practicing the same positivity that destroyed the Headleys. I need to be more thoughtful about how I use technology. And for emotional sobriety, the ending of the film stirred the strongest feeling for me. When the parents realized they're locked in the nursery and the lions are coming, I felt genuine horror. The chilling final line, and suddenly they realized why those other screams had sounded familiar, shows how disconnected they become. They heard their own death scream before and didn't recognize them until it's too late. I sat in silence after finishing, just processing. Instead of brushing off that discomfort, I asked myself why it affected me so much. I realized I could see it happening in real life, parents avoiding conflict, not setting limits, using screens to keep kids quiet. The discomfort stayed with me, and that's the point. Brad really wants us to feel unsettled so that we actually pay attention. For accountability, the parallels between The Machine Stops and the relationship between social media are uncomfortable. People living in isolation, communicating through screens instead of socializing in person, and we wouldn't know how to function without the internet. Personally, these stories made me realize how much meaning get lost when I text instead of talking face to face. I was so scared to screens that I stopped being present with people in the same room as me. Going forward, I want to be more intentional, and I want real conversations instead of hiding behind the screen. These stories show me that choice is mine. I can keep going towards isolation, or I can choose real connection. That's why these stories matter so much. They gave me a warning and a choice. Thank you.